Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Dr. H over here at AAN Collect in New Hartford, Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. We've got two breaks for you. We're going to do a replay of last week's Hop's Finest Hobby Box. Hopefully, it's as big as last week's was. I also added a small mega/blaster break. Just because I wasn't supposed to be here and that Topps Finest break was supposed to be next week. And then obviously I am here. So that way we could do a couple breaks. I added that without much notice. Appreciate you guys for filling that. Those Topps Finest megas have been no joke as far as what I've opened myself and what I've seen. So hopefully we can hit some pretty decent cards out of that today. That is out of the first run of megas. Whether or not that makes a difference or not, I don't know, but they've kind of had a habit of front loading the blasters and megas with some bigger cards, it seems like, lately. So again, I don't know if that's the case with Finest right now, but that is from the first allotment that was shipped out. So hopefully we get some big cards out of that. We've got a Bowman Blaster. We've got one of our favorites in the break room, Chrome Platinum from 2025. That's from the first run of that as well. And then I threw in the Series 2 hanger that nobody hit out of the free givey last week, just to make sure that everybody gets some cards. So those will be the two breaks today. We'll start with the Mega and Blaster break, and then we'll go over to the Topps Finest break. We'll talk a little bit about breaks for next week potentially. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. Oh, hey Anthony, what's up? Thanks for being in here again, buddy. There is a $5 break credit givey for the Mega and Blaster break, the Topps Hobby Box, the Finest Hobby Box there. We're going to do our usual $5 break credit plus a random Project 70 card or Project 2020. I purchased more of the cards. They're similar, just a different year, obviously. They're encased. They have not been cracked. I got some pretty popular players that I think everybody's going to like. So I added some of those in. So we're back to 10 random cards to hit. And I still have another 5 at my house that I haven't added yet. So we'll be doing those for the foreseeable future. They're fun cards. They're not huge cards by any means, but they're hard to come by. You don't see them every day, and I enjoy them. So I thought, why not give them away? So hey, Sean, how are you? So like I said, we'll do the smaller break first. There are some dual player cards in the break. There are potentially with the Chrome Platinum, we have those inserts that have a player on the front and the back. The only team that really impacts is the Blue Jays and Nationals with Vladdy Sr. and Jr., but I'm going to randomize those now, actually. That way we have that all done. NIL, any NIL team or person, obviously, will randomize after the break is complete. Again, I'm following the Beckett checklist as far as the NIL players go. So, for example, and I guess I should have looked again, but Michael K, who has autos in Topps Finest, signs in this product, but he is not considered a Yankees hit. So some of those, old timers and some of those announcers and things, for whatever reason, are assigned a team, but on the Beckett checklist, Michael K is not. So that would not be a Yankee card. That would be randomized to somebody in the break, unless, when I look at Beckett, if for some reason they changed it, obviously I'm going to honor whatever the Beckett checklist says. So that's the plan with that. And we'll see how it goes. So if you guys are good, we'll get the ball rolling here. We'll start with the blasters and the Mega. Then we'll get to that hobby. We'll go ahead. I'm going to say we'll do them both at the same time. So dual player and front or back player, depending on the set. Evens will be dual player to the right and front player. Odds will be player to the left on the card and the back player. So, and it is a 5, so it is going to be player to the left and the back player. I'll put those there as a reminder, guys. All right, let's roll. Nick is not here at the shop. He's at Fanatics Fest. Lucky Nick, down in New York City. Make sure you guys check out the AAN Facebook page and Instagram and everything, because he's got some pretty cool videos posted, things that he and his daughter have done so far. So give it a look. If you're a wrestling fan, I think you'll appreciate it. Boy, it's been a bit since I opened up Top Series 1 or Series 2. Got starting off with an all-star, Adley Rauschman. Sal Frelick, Berger, Soderstrom. There's a Murakami rookie for the White Sox. Nice. And I forgot to read off the team, so I'll get through this pack and then I'll go ahead and read those off. Obviously, they've been randomized. You guys saw that, I think. I allowed trades. There were no trades. Very rarely has anybody even attempted a trade at this point. Everybody just hopes they get the Yankees. Polanco, Mitch Ferris. Nick York. There's Pete Alonso. Corbin Burns, Justin Robleski, and then we got Seiya Suzuki out of 2026 going to the Cubbies. We've got Perez for the Tigers, Tyler Anderson, Jake Myers on the Diamante. We got Carly Yastrzemski for the Red Sox, Cal Ripken, and then we've got Schwarber, Yamamoto, Kurtz 1 and Kurtz number 2 for the Athletics. Pretty typical hanger there. Any of you guys check out the All-Star game this year? I'm not going to lie, it was fun watching Suarez get beat up that first inning. Otherwise, it was kind of a boring game. Home Run Derby was fun, though. Yeah, I saw that. It was Bellinger and Rice, if I remember correctly. I know Bellinger was MVP. Yankees beating up the Phillies. As a Mets fan, I will take that. All right, there's a Murakami rookie. So I forgot. Sorry about that. The random teams, here they are: Braves, Angels, Cardinals, Duncan, Brewers, Reds, Phillies, Royals, Astros, Rangers, Gaffney, A's, Cubs, Orioles, Tigers, Yankees, Rockies, White Sox, Dodgers, Padres, Machete. He took the White Sox, which I'm surprised was, still there in the break. Very last, and then ended up with those Dodgers. Ruganis, Pirates, Blue Jays, Twins, Bell has Mariners, D-backs, Rays as well, and then Gerardo's have Mets, Nationals, Maryland's, Red Sox, Guardians, and Giants. So, oh yeah, no, I'll definitely take Walker beating Schwarber. I love that. I'll take that all day. Yeah, I mean Jordan Walker's finally found his footing. I think. I mean, he was pretty heralded prospect to begin with. Really didn't do much in the league the first few years, and now this year he's finally hitting, and it looks like he's sustaining that. So good for him. When he hit that third one out of the 6 at the end there, I told myself he's going to win it. I just had a feeling, just based on the way he was swinging at that point. All right, guys, we'll do the Bowman Blaster next. Can't say I really have any Jordan Walker in my collection. I got a few cards, nothing really big, but everybody who has been buying low on him is happy right now. Here we go, guys. Good luck. First couple packs. We got Tatis, Cruz, Owen Casey, Carter Johnson, Bobby Witt, Electric Sluggers, Kova on the first Bowman, Walker Janik, Florentino, Charlie Condon, Gage Stanifer, Brady House, Ronald Acuna, Ellie De La Cruz, Jackson Churio. We got a red rookie, Bryce Eldridge, Cade Snell, first Bowman, Zaire Hope, Zokar, Aradell, and Lynn. Rounding it out. Oh, that was what was that in that Jordan Walker rookie I pulled? It was 21, right? Was that a box of gallery I pulled that out of, Anthony? I don't remember. If you haven't picked up your breaks, it's probably still here. I think you had a bunch here last I looked. Oh, maybe it was that set. The Julio Rodriguez, Topps times Julio Rodriguez box. Oh, you have them all? Okay, good. Yeah, you had quite a stack here. Oh, did Nick ship them to you? Is that what it was? I think they may have been what it was. He shipped them out. We got Peyton Toll, Christian Moore, Jacob deGrom, Jonathan. There's a McGonigal. AL Rookie of the Year leader, I would say right now. Stanifer, Kayama, Cal Raleigh, who's disappeared. We've got, there's a Mizrachi Bowman Sterling rookie. Nice for the Brewers. Got Bryce Rayner, Daniel Dixon, Hediger, Nayez, and Tunic. Yeah, it was quite the stack, Anthony. I've said this before. My personal collection is definitely taking a hit doing this because this is all I've been concentrating on. So I really haven't bought much for myself. The few things I have bought, I have had some luck though. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, my Inception box was, pretty terrible. That seems to be most people with Inception at this point. But I hit that Mizraski out of 50, that auto out of opening day. That was pretty big. It was like 20 pounds. Well, I'm pretty sure Nick paid for shipping on that. Thanks, Nick. He had some stuff to ship you out, and he was nice enough just to put my stuff in it. So, I mean, it is a question too going forward. I always send you guys like the paper base and stuff like that, and if somebody really doesn't want that, then let me know, and I just won't send it or pack it for you guys. I really haven't minded sorting it out. I've got a pretty good system, so it's not a huge deal to me as far as sorting goes. But if you feel like you don't want all the base stuff, I'll just hold on to it. And a lot of times I bring it to the shop so they can give it out to the kids and stuff, or, I'll figure out something with it. But all right, here's the last of the Bowman box, guys. Sanchez, Lindor, Freddie Freeman, Drake Baldwin. We got Sam Basallo on the under the radar. Gage Jump, first Bowman. We have a Reptilian tuning for the Dodgers. Reptilian tuning. Houston, Culpepper, Martinez, Colson, Montgomery, Nolan McLean. There's another Murakami. Harry Ford. We got Bazana, top 100. Zokar, first Bowman. Tyson Lewis, Dallas, Celestin, and Churio to round it out. If you're a fan of Murakami base rookies, this is your break. What do you guys think of like this format going forward, where we have like, one cheaper break as far as buy-in goes and then one more expensive? That's one of the things I was going to ask you guys for feedback today. We're getting into this weird time where there's not going to be a heck of a lot of stuff coming out necessarily, or the stuff that is coming out is going to be uber expensive. So what is it, Pristine, that's coming out next week? I don't know how much that box is going to be. That may not be something I can break here unless you guys are willing to, obviously pay that price for a spot, whether it's 10 or 15 teams. I'd imagine that's going to be, oh Lord. Well, on the secondary market right now, those boxes are like $900. So I don't even know if it's really feasible, but I'll definitely take a look at it. Cause, Topps Times Cause, who's a street artist, he's doing a collaboration with Topps. That drops on Monday. I'm going to try to get that. I think that'll be fun. Those sets are always fun and some of my favorite. And then Topps Chrome, yeah. So, Anthony, I'm definitely going to do Topps Chrome. That'll be one of the breaks next week. I'm kind of debating what I want to mix with that. I have some options. The box by itself. So I have the hobby. I didn't buy the jumbo because the jumbo would have been, $50-something a spot. So I bought some of the hobby boxes and I thought I could mix it with something. So I can either, do some platinum blasters with it. I've got more of the finest megas, which, you guys may want to see me open this and don't lock the Yankees. I don't know if the Yankees will be locked in that. I haven't looked at the list yet. You just got to befriend the Gerardos who keep hitting the Yankees every week on the randomization. But I, the hobby has one auto in it. I think doing it just as a single box isn't bad because there's a lot of great rookies this year. Last year, the 2025 Chrome, I mean, you can still find that on shelves at hobby, at stores. Even here, I think it was on the shelf for a while. But there's better rookies this year all around. So it's not like you're just chasing the A's and the Nationals, basically, like last year. Yeah, I think they are Yankee fans. I'm pretty positive they are. I think the majority of you are Yankee fans, to be honest. I know Kragers are Mets fans like me. But I think the majority of you guys are Yankee fans. All right, guys, let's go back to 2025 here. Speaking of Yankees, there is Jeter. Got Iriarty for the White Sox. There's an Elly De La Cruz. Speaking of Kragers, I know they collect Elly. We've got Kevin Alcantara rookie, Hunter Big, Salvador Perez. We've got a Will Warren rookie, and that's a refractor, I believe. Yep. Michael Harris, Cal Raleigh, Satchel Paige, Cade Povich, and Bo Bichette. So I'm guessing, going back to the discussion, Chrome, the hobby box, it would be like a $32 to $33 break. The question is, would we want to mix it with anything? So you guys can think about that and, let me know what you're thinking. All right, guys, we've got Pedro for the Expos. Kyle Tucker, refractor for the Cubbies. Behind that, we've got Greg Maddux on the rails and sails. And we got something blue. We've got a sideburn Joe Torre for the Cardinals. Andres Galarraga. Oh, we got an Expos pack here. Isaac Collins, rookie. And behind that, we got a numbered card here for the White Sox. It is Brooks Baldwin to 75 for the White Sox in the last spot. Taken, going to Machete. Baldwin to 75. Gotta love those sideburns. Tony Perez, Sonny Gray, Denzel Clark. No, Sammy Sosa. I think this is the refractor. Yep, Sosa's a refractor, and Tyler Phillips, rookie. Last two packs, guys, and then we'll get to that mega. Last two guys, we've got Rafi Palmeiro, Ramos on the refractor. Ooh, this is the Topps logo refractor. $4.99 Brandon Webb for the Diamondbacks. We've got Eric Wagaman, rookie. Billy Wagner. Evan Longoria. Fernando Tatis with Tony Gwynn. So that does not need to be randomized because that is a Padres card. then finally, one of my least favorite Yankees, Jazz Chisholm. So nothing huge yet. Hopefully the finest box gets us over the top. Yeah, he's an interesting character to watch him play. He's interesting. I'm sure his teammates all love him. He seems like that type of guy. We'll just over here for 1 second. But I'm pretty sure almost anybody who plays against him finds him annoying. Oops. Last box for this break, guys, and then I'll randomize the $5 break credit here. These are no longer available in the shop, the megas. There are hobbies available still. You can find some of these in retail still. They pop in and out of Target. I've contemplated buying more. Is Caballero annoying? I guess I haven't watched enough of him to know. All right, guys, here we go. So remember, common, uncommon, rare, super rare, which I've yet to hit, but I've hit a lot of rare. Numbered cards, autograph cards, everything's fair game in these megas. So this is the common again with the green airbrush on the back, Gunnar Henderson. You've got a Trey Savage rookie for the Blue Jays. Bryce Harper. Jacob Wilson. Ooh, what do we got there? I am not sure what that one is. We're going to let that marinate. Drake Baldwin on the mini diamond. The mini diamonds are mega box exclusives. So you don't see those in the hobby box. You only see them in the megas. They're nice looking cards. Connolly Early. Kyle Tucker. We got a JJ Weatherholt common rookie. We've got a Cags common rookie. Wow. Quite the pack here. We got Tariq Skubal, and then speaking of Jazz, there he is for the Great Britain team. I'm not sure what that card is over there. That may be to 50, but I think it might be an insert. So we'll find out. Any update on the Topps Missing Auto? No update on the Topps Missing Auto. Absolutely nothing. So but I am on it. Nick felt like there was a strong possibility that nothing would come of it because it was an older product. So we'll see. I'm not giving up hope. But we shall see. Just amazing what a strong rookie class we have this year in baseball. Yeah, no, he just annoys me, Sean. All right, guys, here we go. We got Drew Gilbert, former Met. O'Neal Cruz, Fernando Tatis, Ellie De La Cruz. Behind that, we've got a rare red, Andrew Abbott. And behind that is a mini diamond of Jonathan Aranda. Zach Neto, not his rookie card. Max Fried common, Alex Bregman common, Pete Alonso common. We've got an uncommon Cal Raleigh, and then we've got the finest timelines, Kirk Gibson. I will say, though, that Jazz doesn't annoy me as much as just about any Philly. So there are people who annoy me more in Major League Baseball. All right, guys, let's just open up all these at once now. Yeah, I haven't looked at the stats of the challenges recently. I did about a month ago just to see who was better and who wasn't so good at challenging balls and strikes. It seemed like he was towards the bottom. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but oops, he's over here. All right, guys, good luck. Here's the rest of that box. And then we'll get to whoever's behind Jacob Wilson. We got Ronald Acuna, Sam Basallo, Jackson Merrill. We got an Okamoto rookie for the Blue Jays. Another Jackson Merrill. Another Jackson Merrill. Why not? 3 Jackson Merrills. Why not? This one's the mini diamond. We've got a Judgy base common. A Yamamoto base common. A Maya rookie common. Christian Yelich. We've got a Chris Bryant, I think. This is a Chris Bryant on the finest timelines. Carson Benj for the Metis. Mookie Betts and Vladdy Guerrero. Juan Soto base common. Ketel Marte. We've got an uncommon Jimmy Crooks and an uncommon Mason Miller on the mini diamond. Andrew Painter rookie. There's a Miz rookie common. Roman Anthony rookie common. CJ Kapis uncommon rookie. We've got Roman Anthony world's best and a Jung Ho Lee. I'm sorry, world's finest. Both of those are world's finest. So not as many numbered cards in that box, but let's see what that last hit is. Two and 11 at one point. How long ago was that, Anthony? Jazz on the Phillies. Yeah, that would. Well, they're already over the top for most annoying team, but Yamamoto got sleeved. That was last month. Put those to the side. Couple of these quick. Harrison Bench, not bad. I wonder the discussion that these managers are having with these players who are awful when they challenge. Like, don't challenge. Please stop. The thing that gets me the most with these challenges is like the first strike challenge. Like, the count's like 2-1 and they're challenging the called first strike. Why? Why would you bother? Kind of crazy. All right, guys. Let's see. Good luck to everybody. I hope I was right. It looks yellow, so. All right, guys. We have 275 Bryce Terang. Well, I was wrong about that. That was not to 50. That was to 275. I guess that is yellow and not gold. Bryce Terang to 275. All right. Well, not a huge break, but fun products. Able to reminisce about previous breaks a little bit here. We'll do a quick recap, and then we will go ahead and do the hobby box here. So we've got Brendan Tunick on the Dragon Scale. First Bowman, Miz on the Bowman Sterling rookie. Red rookie, Bryce Eldridge. Murakami base out of Series 2. Brandon Webb to 499 for the Diamondbacks. Brooks Baldwin to 75 for the White Sox. Murakami base rookie out of Bowman. We've got Roman Anthony, World's Finest. Roman Anthony base rookie. Miz base rookie. Mason Miller, Uncommon Mini Diamond. Carson Benj, Arrivals. Andrew Abbott, Rare. Trey Savage, base rookie. Drake Baldwin, Mini Diamond. JJ, base rookie. Cags, base rookie. And then we've got Bryce Terang at a 275 for the Brewers. Not going to lie, that is the worst mega box I've seen. That's the fourth I've opened. And I've watched a lot of others opened as well. That was not the best, but it is what it is. All right, so for that break, we've got $5 break credit. So there's 10 spots, obviously, so we'll just go spot, or I'll spin the wheel, the 1 through 10 wheel. Whoever it lands on, that'll be the winner of the $5. Good luck, guys. Let's go into spot number 9, and that is the Gerardos. Gerardos get the break credit. For the first break. There it is. I'll put that with your stack of cards, guys. All right. All right. I do have some random finest of my own that I brought in. If you guys are interested in somebody, you can let me know. A lot of the base rookies I have, including Connor Griffin, Cam Schlittler. I've got a Kurtz Mini Diamond. I've got a Sal Stewart rookie Mini Diamond. Got some Miz Finest Arrivals. Nolan Shanwell to 75 Rare. Hunter Goodman to 199. And Adele Amador color match. It's kind of a nice card, actually. To 75. Not a big card by any means, but kind of a neat looking card. So if you guys are looking for anybody, let me know. I may have it. Again, none of those are really big cards. All right, so let me just get this set up here. I'll leave these up here just in case, but I don't think we have to worry. Definitely don't have to worry about back player. And I don't think we need to worry about dual player, but just in case we do, I'll leave that one there. This break will include the $5 break credit plus a random Project 70 or Project 2020 card, like we talked about. And hopefully this lives up to last week's break. So we did 15 spots instead of 10 this time. Wanted to give more people an opportunity and lower the price a little bit. So thank you all for filling it. Cardinals and Rangers went to Reganis. Mariners, Giants, Bell. Royals, Astros, Gaffney. Reds, Padres, Bell. Angels, Guardians, Duncan. Pirates, Marlins, Gaffney. Brewers, White Sox, Machete. As well as A's, Phillies, Cubs, Braves. Tigers, Diamondbacks, Gutowski. Orioles, Twins. And Nationals, Rays, Godfrey. Blue Jays, Dodgers, Adam. Happy birthday tomorrow. Not bad. You get the Blue Jays, and then you get randomized the Dodgers. Red Sox, Rockies, Mets, and then the Yankees for the Gerardos again. We keep getting randomized the Yankees the last couple of weeks. So those were the teams, guys. Good luck to everybody. We'll do the givey at the end. And then, hopefully you guys have been thinking about the breaks coming up and how you want to handle the Topps Chrome hobby box, mixing it with something else or not. So I may throw that on Facebook too, just to see what people have to say. Should get 2 autos out of this, guys. Empty box. We'll go pack by pack. Good luck, guys. Speaking of Yankees, there is Judge on base. Yamamoto. Seems like Judge and Yamamoto are in the same pack every time. Does anybody else notice that? Acuna. Sandy Alcantara. There's a Cags rookie. Tariq Skubal. Behind that, we've got a rare for the Brewers, Sal Frelick. We've got Perdomo, X-Fractor. And behind that, we got Cal Raleigh, uncommon for the Mariners. Guys are really surprising me with the White Sox not coming off the board on this. With the Murakami autos and things that you can get. Those are pretty big cards. The Cardinals, I think, went. Did they go unclaimed? No, they didn't go unclaimed. That was Rihanna's had the Cardinals. My bad. But yeah, I was definitely surprised about the White Sox. All right, guys, next pack. Yeah, Anthony, that is kind of a long shot with Griffey on the Reds, but you never know. I mean, hey. We got Sam Basallo, Salvador Perez. There's a Schlittler rookie. Ooh, what is that? Is that case hit? I think that is a case hit, guys. Or it's a black to 10. We know what we're going to do with that. We got Bryce Harper. And then behind Bryce Harper is a Gunnar Henderson to 150 for the Orioles. Nice looking card. Going to Godfrey's. And behind that, we've got Francisco Lindor on the team finest, Tatis on the X-Fractor, and we've got a trio uncommon for the Brew Crew. It's a nice looking card. That's a rare, by the way. Yep. So that's a rare to 150. Nice card. Going to the Godfreys. Did Schlittler get into the All-Star game? I don't think he pitched, did he? Third pack guys. Harry Ford. Justin Crawford. Yeah, I knew he made it. I didn't think he actually got in the game, though. Wyatt Langford. Francisco Lindor. Jacob Wilson. Chase DeLauder, rookie. Jonah Tong to 199 for the Mets. Nice. Couldn't even tell that was teal at first, so I missed it. But going to the Metis, that's Gerardo. And then we got a Colson Montgomery rookie, uncommon, for the White Sox. Not bad. Jonah Tong. We'll see if he pitches on the big team at some point. Did they announce where they're sending that autographed lineup? I'm assuming it's going to the Hall of Fame. I'd like to think they're not going to cut it up and stick it into like Topps Dynasty or something like that. That'd be kind of crazy. Fourth pack guys. Got some PCA. There's a Nolan McLean rookie for the Metis. Julio. Bo Bichette in the Mets uniform. We got the rookie base, Jonah Tong. Wow, Sam Basallo to 250 on the uncommon for the Orioles. Orioles box so far. Orioles box so far going to the Godfreys. Third numbered so far. Nothing really big yet. There's an Ellie, X-Fractor, and a Bryce Eldridge uncommon for the Giants. Nothing really low yet. Oh, we'll just put that to the side for now. Nothing really low. Yeah, I pull a ton of him. I have first Bowman autos of him. I have other rookie autos I've pulled of him. I have prospect autos I've pulled of him. He's not really a PC, but he kind of is because I really haven't gotten rid of any of them yet. So if anybody's looking, I'm your guy. Some numbered stuff, some numbered inserts out of Bowman. All right, fifth pack, guys. Still haven't seen one of our two autos yet. Dylan Cruz, Andrew Painter, Mookie Betts, Eddie Guerrero Jr. There's an Ellie base. Yellow. I think that's yellow. I'm not going to make that mistake again. To 275, Josh Naylor for the Mariners. We got Bobby Witt on Team Finest. Bobby Witt with a beard. All right. We've got an Arrivals Connolly Early. We've got an X-Fractor Pete Alonso. And then behind that, we've got a James Wood on the Uncommon. Fourth numbered card. He's DHing. I'm pretty sure Basalo's DHing. He's playing pretty well. I'm not sure how much longer Rauschman has on his contract. I'm also not sure if Basalo is really a catching prospect at this point. He may be better suited for first base. All right, guys. No autos yet. 2 autos in the box. Guessing we're going to hit one here, and whatever that card is behind Cam Schlittler is the other auto. Good luck. Here we go. Here's another Aaron Judge. And Yamamoto. And Ronald Acuna. Same 3 in a row. And there is one of our autos. We've got Chad Stevens for the Angels. That is going to Duncan, I'm assuming, because he is my Angels guy. There you go. Chad Stevens. And that is a base auto. We got Kegs, Tariq Skubal, Connor Griffin arrivals, Carson Williams arrivals, Trey Savage, Uncommon X-Fractor for the Blue Jays, and Alejandro Kirk for the Blue Jays, Uncommon. All right, guys, we've been sweating that last one out, letting it marinate. Hopefully it's a big one. We already got a Cags rookie on the wall, so we'll just leave him off. All right, guys. Honestly, not quite sure what this card is. Hopefully it's a good one. It is Larry Walker, Finest Ink for the Rockies. So not out of 10, not a case hit. These are a little bit harder to pull, though. That's a neat looking card. Rockies is the Gerardos. Randomized Larry Walker. There you go, guys. Neat looking card. Awesome auto. Oh, that box last week was definitely a bigger box, but this wasn't too bad. Yeah, you are a collector of CAG's base autos out of Finest, Sean. Congratulations. Of course, I am one top loader short. That's all right. One short. None of those CAGs are numbered, though. That's all right. All right, guys. Let's do a little recap here. We'll randomize the Givy. I saw that. I remember that, actually. Former Utica Blue Sox. I've been trying to see if I can find an old Blue Sox card of his. I've been watching the Miguel Cabreras actually on eBay, trying to find one that's a decent price, but it'd be kind of cool to have some of their cards. The Cabrera, the cost of them has jumped up dramatically lately. So here we go, guys. Break recap: Cam Schlitter base, Trey Savage uncommon X-Fractor, Ellie De La Cruz X-Fractor, Kosa Montgomery uncommon, CAG's base 1 of 3, Josh Naylor to 275, Sam Pasalo to 250, Jonah Tong to 199, Gunnar Henderson to 150, Sal Frelick rare, and then we had a Chad Stevens for the Angels going to Duncan, and Larry Walker on the Finest Ink going to the Gerardos. So that is the recap, guys, of that break. We will go ahead and randomize. We'll use a wheel for the next Givy as well. The commercials popped up on it, so just give me a second. Yeah, Rockies always hit. It was like the Twins earlier in my breaks. The Twins always hit. Now it's the Rockies. And I showed you that Amador auto to 75 that I have here if anybody was interested in it. There it is. It's a really neat looking card. He's a pretty decent player. And this is, now the third or fourth Amador auto I've pulled. One in a break and then 3 on my own. So I guess I should PC him, but he's a Rocky, so that's not happening. Oh, this is still going, this commercial. All right. So we'll pull up the 1 out of 15 wheel here, guys. We will spin it, and then I will spin another wheel to find out which random card number you guys get. So good luck. It is going to be spot 10. Going to the Gutowskis. Spot 10. All right. And card-wise, 1 through 10, we will spin. Yeah, the vets always have better signatures. Absolutely. We're going with card number 2. Card number 2, that's easy. That one is right here. Card number 2. That is going to be Roberto Clemente on the Project 2020. This is one of the newer ones that I purchased. Jacob Rochester was the artist of this one. So pretty cool Clemente card. Going to the Gutowskis. Plus $5 break credit. There it is, guys. Right on Roberto. Nice. There are some new Yankees in the Divi pile out of Project 2020. There are some new Griffies in the pile, and some other current names and past names that are pretty collectible. So just so you guys know. How much for the Rockies auto, the Amador? What did I have on that? I think I had 15 out of that. It's out of 75. There were no true comps on it, Anthony. So I was just basing it on what I think there was an auto out of 99 that was sold, and some higher ones. This one's out of 75 color match. So I put 15 on it. You can message me if you want it. Or you can just take the Rockies in the next break and I'll probably hit them for you anyway. So I don't know. For those of you here, what do you think as far as next week goes? Again, so not Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome, probably be $32 to $33 for a 10 spot. Obviously, I couldn't make it. All right, Anthony, sounds good. I'll put it in your pile for this week, if that's okay. We'll do the Chrome break. We can do a 10 spot. We can probably do a 15 spot just because there's so many decent teams that could help bring it down. The question is, do I mix it with something else? If you guys have any say right now, let me know. Otherwise, I'll put it out to the group. And then a second break. I've got 2022 Gypsy Queen, 2024 Heritage Mini, 2020 Gallery, 2021 Gallery. Trying to think of what else. I can post all those if you guys want me to. I could do a similar, smaller break like with blasters and things. Totally up to you guys. I kind of like the 2 breaks instead of 1, especially if we're just going to do Topps Chrome, because there's not a heck of a lot of cards out of that. That's why I didn't want to just do the Topps Finest Hobby today. So, if any of you guys have any suggestions, what you'd like to do, what you'd like to see, you can message me, you can comment now. And I'll come up with something for next week. But definitely at least one of the breaks will involve the new Topps Chrome that comes out on Monday. Oh, the other thing I can do with that is I can purchase some blasters and we can use those in that break as well. The megas don't come out until the beginning of August, so those aren't going to be available, but I could do like a couple blasters with that. I think those are potentially $40 a piece, those blasters. So, you're looking at like a $41, $42 break there for a 10 spot. So I'll kind of put that out there. You guys can let me know what you think. I want to keep it affordable for everybody and fun, and make it so everybody's getting something when they purchase a break from me. So it's getting harder to do that with the cost of these cards, but so far I think I've been able to do that. Otherwise, if nobody has any other comments or inquiries or anything, I'll get going. Not sure if I'm breaking next Wednesday or Thursday. I'll post that when I post the next break tomorrow. And we'll go from there. All right, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Yeah, put it out there. You said, yeah, I'll do that, Anthony. I appreciate you guys for keeping me company tonight. as usual, specifically Anthony and Sean. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.